Hello, everybody, and welcome for some Chessfella. I highly doubt that anybody is going to want to see this, but just being the epic. Let me just turn my mic up a little bit. Just being the epic. Just being the epic chess #1 chess fan. I feel like I need to share it with the world, and I'm just gonna show you a couple of games of chess. I'm not very good at it, but I'll show you it anyway. Let's play a little bit of 5-minute chess. So basically, when you play chess, you can have either you can have different times. So the usual one that I would play would be 15 minutes to 10 seconds, and what this means is that you have 15 minutes each for their moves, and then an extra 10 seconds for every move that you make. I'm actually going to play some 5-minute chess here. So this is called blitz chess. Okay. So basically in blitz chess, you have a really short amount of time. So this blitz chess is actually 5 minutes. What that means is that you've got 5 minutes to play all of your moves. You can see on the screen here, by the way, that I just lost. But you've got 5 minutes to play all of your moves, and your opponent also has 5 minutes to play their moves. Now, whoever runs out of moves first, they actually lose the entire game. So let me just show you what this looks like, in case you're interested. So he's playing his moves, and with blitz chess, it's a little bit more interesting, just because it's really, really fast paced. So like you've got to move quick, otherwise you just lose, because you lose on time more than anything else. Just going in for a check there because he's attacking my king. I need to block that. I block it with the knight. You can also pre-move as well, which is really handy in blitz chess. Because you basically just put the move. You can like anticipate what move they're gonna make. I anticipated that he was gonna take my knight there. Okay, so this is called the Sicilian defense. The set of moves that we're playing at the moment. Let me just develop my queen a little bit. So the basic general rules you want to do when playing chess is just what's called develop your pieces. So you want to get your pieces in a better position than they are at the start. Because when they're at the start, they're in a pretty bad position. Now, like, I'm a massive noob at chess, basically. If you think I'm an Dane noob, I'm a massive chess noob. But I enjoy the game. I enjoy playing it, so let's see. And again, like, you can't think too much about it in blitz chess, otherwise you're just going to run out of time. I'm just going to push my pawn forward here. It's safe, it's well protected. I've actually undoubled my pawns here as well. You don't really want your pawns doubled when they're on the same line because it makes them a little bit weaker. He's just lost a pawn there. That's just straight losing a pawn. Pawn's also attacking his knight, so he's got to move his knight. He moves his knight and attacks my queen at the same time, but then he's not defending that pawn now. So that's the second pawn that I've got. So I'm 2 pawns up. But usually, if I had plenty of time, 2 pawns up is pretty much enough for me to win. So you see here with my queen, I'm attacking his knight and this pawn here as well. So I'm threatening to either win the knight or a third pawn. Looks like I'm going to get a third pawn here. He can attack my queen and attack my bishop indirectly through that as well. But I can always just grab this extra pawn as well if he's going to do that. It's not going well for him, to be honest. He's not that less rated than me. He's not doing amazing in this game so far. As long as I play nice and calm, hopefully I should be able to pick up the big W here. So he's got his knight there. So he's got 4 minutes left on his clock. I've got 3 minutes and 51 seconds. So we're not that far off in terms of time. So I actually feel pretty comfortable. I don't want to lose my queen like an idiot. So the threat is that he can bring his rook over here. And my queen could get trapped. I think she'll be safe for the meantime. Let's see. Maybe I can attack this knight. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack the knight here with this. Yeah, let's just bring this piece into play and attack the knight. What you want to do is you always want your pieces to be active. If the pieces are inactive, then you're just going to basically lose the game. So getting all my pieces into the action here. So now he's attacking my queen. But I mean, I can move back here, and I can actually offer to trade queens here. So when you're ahead, you want to be trading pieces. So by moving here, I'm actually attacking his queen. He's actually let me just trade it as well, which is not great from him. He would, in this position, because he's losing, he would actually not want to trade pieces. I've even won a knight here from that little exchange. So I'm super ahead right now. Like, and again, I'm just going to trade here because when you're ahead, you should trade. I could take this pawn here, but I don't want to overcomplicate the position. I just want to keep it nice and simple. So I can actually even push this pawn up here and start moving it up the board. I'm actually in a super strong position at the moment. Let me just make sure that this pawn is protected also. Or I could actually take this pawn too. In fact, I will. I think I'm just going to grab this pawn. So I've got now what's called a passed pawn. So if your pawn is there's no other pawns in front of your pawn and it can go right to the end, then it's called a passed pawn, and they're really strong because obviously when they get to the other end, they can actually become a queen. Now he's threatening checkmate there. So if he was to put his rook down here, it would be check. I would have to take. He would then take with the other rook, and that would actually be checkmate. I'm just going to protect this pawn here. This one is still safe, and then I can just push this one up when I need to, if he attacks it, as he does. It's pretty safe at the moment. He's attacking my bishop too. Let me just pull my bishop back, get it into a safer position. And I actually feel super confident right now. I feel like I'm going to probably win this one. So I'm going to push my second pass pawn as well up here. He's moving in the way of it, but then I can always just push this one too. Super confident at the moment. I can't really see how I would lose this one. Could offer to trade there, but it's not great. In fact, I can even check him here. And get this pawn structure even stronger. So I don't want to trade pawns there because I want to keep this structure quite strong. Although he is going to be able to take it with his, but well, I can take the rook there. So he's missed that. I'm in such a strong position now. So he's threatening here, but I guess I can protect the pawn like this. Such a strong position now. So I just push my pawn up, and I basically won this now. So this pawn, I'm basically pushing up, and he's resigned. So there you go. 5-minute blitz chess. Right, let's go for no mistakes. Let's have a look at the game report. How well I actually did there. In terms of how accurate my moves were. Let's have a quick little look. So this is on chess.com. This is on. You can have a look on chess.com too. At the it does like a little analysis for you, as if you've got like a practicing. So 67.3% accuracy. So not amazing accuracy, if I'm being honest. Usually I like to be around 90% if I can. But not terrible moves. No big mistakes. No blunders. No miss wins. I think my opponent made more mistakes than anything else. So if you've never played chess before, the strength really of the pawns here. So this is why this position was so strong. I mean, I was up a bishop here, look, and I was up a lot of pawns, and there was no pawns in the way of my pawn. So I had this pawn here and this pawn here, where there was no actual pawns in the way of them. So what they can do is they can just start to push up the board like this, and when they get to the other end of the board, they can actually become a queen. So because I had two passed pawns, he had to basically use all of his forces to defend that. He made a lot of blunders though. He made a lot of mistakes, and these two pawns, there was no way that he could stop them going up here and getting a queen. I really like chess. I feel like I should play it more often. Right, let's go for a minute one then. A little bit more exciting even than the 5 minutes. So this is bullet. You have a minute, they have a minute. You literally have to play all your moves, and the game is over in 2 minutes maximum. The problem with this is that like you blunder so many times. And blunder just means like making an obvious mistake that you know is a mistake. Let's see. Let's get rid of this bishop on here because it's very strong. Grab that there. I'm actually just going to try and push up and oh, he's pushing there. That should be good, I think. I just want to clear the way. You've got to be so quick in bullet though. Right, so I'm actually threatening this rook here now. If he doesn't move it, I'm just going to take it off the board. Spending a lot of time on that move. So he's taken that piece now. Let me go here. Oh, that is so bad. I've just blundered. Yeah, I just lost a rook there. Definitely going to lose this one. Absolutely terrible play from me. I guess I could put my queen up here and threaten the... No, he's put his queen there himself. Just got to move. The only hope now is just that he will mess up and... I don't want to trade queens. But I have to. Do I? No, I can go there. Oh, I can go there, but he's just going to push it out of the way anyway. Let's just go there. I don't want to trade queens at this point. The only thing the only chance that I've got now is that he's going to run out of time. So he's pushing that pawn. I can actually grab this one and check him here. And actually, I can win a rook myself from this. So I can just go in here and grab this. I've only got 16 seconds left on the clock. Here, though, he's only got 23. Okay, so he's trade queens now, but I can still grab this rook, which is nice. I'm actually going to grab this pawn too. I've just got to be moving now. Like, I can't even think about it. Damn it. Just push that. That's a check, but that's... He's just lost that. He might lose this if he doesn't see it, but he's just moved it. Let's just push this up here. Hopefully he's going to blunder. Just keep threatening things. Literally 6 seconds left on the clock. Ah! Just keep moving. Okay, he's traded. Probably going to trade again. Nope. Just move up here then. 2 seconds left. Let's move up here, trying to get some play. 0.6 seconds. I'm going to lose on time. Oh, damn it, I lost. GG Khalid Bitar, I guess. Right, let's do one more bullet and then we might go back to a little bit of blitz. So again, the game is over in 2 minutes maximum. This is how you make chess exciting, guys. Like, you just gotta move even without thinking about it. Oh shit. I just wasted like 5 seconds then. I thought it was his move. Okay, he's going to grab that. I guess I can... I'm just going to go up here and then develop my pieces like this. So grab that. Actually good at that. Threaten to grab the pawn. If he doesn't solve that problem. Okay, so he's gone there. But I'm still going to win the pawn if he doesn't move this out of the way. He's gone with his queen there. Let's just go up here. Grab it with the queen if he trades. Let me just castle to get my king safe. If you didn't know, if you move the king 2 spaces closer to the castle, or the rook, I should say, it's called castling, and it just keeps your king safe. So little time in blitz, in bullet. I don't want to give up my bishop pair. Let's just develop the rook over here. Let's see, just move this here. Okay, I'm going to double my rooks up on this semi-open file, which is always good. He's going to grab that. Okay, this pawn is actually a weakness for him now. Because it's isolated by itself. You see how there's no other pawns around it? It's actually a weakness for him at this point. But then I'm attacking the pawn here. That's a pawn win, that is. No, actually it's not. It's not. I fucked up then. No, he's got too many things defending it. I can grab this. Just got to move now. Just got to move. 16 seconds, but he's only got 10 seconds. Let's just go up here, threaten this pawn. Grab that pawn. Just throw in a check. Why not? Throw in another check. I can actually grab this knight now. Oh no, I can't. The queen's defending it. Just move. Just move. Too long, too long, too long. Oh my god. He's just moving too. Okay, grab that. Grab that. He's losing so many pieces. And I've got it on the time. Nice. 5 blunders and 1 missed win, apparently. You just can't see it all in minute chess, though. I mean, let's be honest. Right. If you guys are a little bit inexperienced in chess, probably a minute and 5 minutes not the best. Hey, Plum Bum, how are you doing? 1 minute and 5 minutes is probably not the best thing to see. Let me go for a little bit of a slower one this time. So this is 15 minutes, and every move that you do is an extra 10 seconds. So let's have a quick look at this. So basically, because this one is a little bit slower than the last crazy one, I can explain to you what I'm doing if you've never played chess before, because probably a lot of us aren't that really experienced in it. I mean, I'm not good by any means, but basically, what happens is in the opening of chess, it's very often that there's like a certain number of moves that are like coming from an RTS. I guess you could describe it as kind of like a build order. So there's like certain build orders that people know are really good because, you know, the game's been played for like thousands of years. Let me go for this move here. These games have been played. This game's been played for like hundreds of years. So there's certain things that people know work well. Let me actually just grab this pawn and then move up here. There's just certain openings that people know are good. So a lot of the time you'll see that people kind of memorize their own opening and then become really comfortable in the opening that they've memorized. And then they just continue to play that opening. And you'll see grandmasters playing the same openings as well. So I know a few openings. I can just... Oh, but then he's going to pin me there. Yeah, I think I played that opening wrong. I'm going to have to go here, otherwise he's going to pin me and win that knight. Which is fine. Yeah, so there's certain openings that everybody plays. But there's... Like, they are the openings that that the grandmasters will play all the time, and that people basically just memorize those openings. But there's certain principles that you should follow. Even if you don't know the basic openings, there's certain opening principles that you basically have to follow if you want to play well. And what you've got to do is you've got to control the center of the board, usually by putting your pawns in the middle. You've got to get your minor pieces, so your knights and your bishops. And you got to put those you got to develop those. You got to get them off the back rank so that they're more powerful. Let me just grab this here. If he decides to trade, I'm just going to grab this here. I'm actually I don't know. He's got this protected with this pawn. So both players at the moment are just trying to kind of control the middle. The opening that was played here is actually called the Queen's Gambit. Because he offers a pawn in a gambit to... if you've got a gambit, it means that you sacrifice a piece. You can even sacrifice your queen. Let's have a look here. So we've got plenty more time than in Bullet. Let's have a look. What's he threatening? So this square is quite weak for me here. Because I've got no pawns defending it. And he's got this pawn that's defending it here. So it's like a nice place for his knight to sit on. So that's a little bit of a worry. Let's see. I guess I could throw in a... No, it's going to expose my queen. Let's think. I could do this to try and open up this file for my rook. His king's quite exposed. Maybe I need to break up this pawn structure in the center, though. I feel like I probably need to break up this pawn structure in the center. But my knight's pinned with this. I guess... Right, let's... I'm not in a great position here. Let's think about this. I still need to develop my bishop over here as well. I just feel like I need to break up this pawn center to make this pawn a little bit weaker. I guess. Right, let's just Right, let's develop this knight first with a threat. Then at least I can develop my pieces. So the knight's moving in L shape if you didn't know. So L shape like this. And they're actually the only piece that can jump over other pieces. I'm just going to bring my knight over here to attack this bishop. So this bishop here is attacking my bishop, but it's defended by the queen, so it's not an actual real threat. Okay, so he's moved there now. Let's see. I need to get my. This bishop is really weak on this square because it's being blocked in by this piece. I feel like it might be a good idea to just push this pawn. So I'm going to open up the file for this rook. I'm also going to break up his pawn center in the middle a little bit and potentially get some some availability for this bishop to start to move out. And now that this knight is off this square, the bishop can develop this way. So he's taken here with this pawn. I'm just going to take back with the bishop. So if he takes, I can take back again. I could have took with the knight. But this pawn here for him is actually a bit of a weakness now. Because again, like, there's no pawns near it. So I could potentially put a lot of pressure on this pawn and maybe even win it in the future. So he's pushing his pawn. It looks like he's trying to go for a kingside attack here. So he's trying to push his king. I mean, this pawn for me is also weak. But it's not currently threatened at the moment. His king's really, really exposed in the center, though. He's got a really exposed king. So you see how my king is castled like this, and it's in the corner, whereas his king is directly in the center. If I can break up this center, I can start to put some attacks in on this king. Still need to develop this bishop, though. Let's see. I might... So he's trying to push me over here and get onto my king side. Maybe if I just kick the bishop here, that's going to stop this pawn being pushed further. Now, if he moves back, I can always take. He has got it defended by this knight and this rook, though. This pawn is quite weak. I wouldn't want to take here. Number one, because he's defending it with this knight, but also because as soon as I move this bishop, his bishop is actually indirectly attacking my queen here, look. So I would never really want to move this bishop out of the way. I could take this and it would be fine. Let's see. So I can go here. I want to open up this king to attack. I want to open the king up so I can attack him. But how am I going to do that? Maybe I need to push this pawn. How am I going to push this pawn, though? My bishop's still undeveloped. Okay, let me put my rook over here. In fact, let me put my queen here. Although if I do that, then he takes. I'm going to open up my own king to attack. I need to somehow open up his king to attack. Let me go here. Let's think about this. Well, I guess my knight is also defending this piece. So yeah, let me actually just put my queen up here. Okay, so the idea behind this is I want to push this pawn here so that I can start to open up this line of attack to his king. I was worried about this bishop because I don't want to take. Rip. I've just completely blundered away my queen. Nice. After all of that analysis, I just fuck up and lose my queen. Hashtag noobfella. Resign. One blunder, and I've lost the queen. Nice. Right, let's go again, boys. Black pieces again. I mean, black is just underpowered. This is the problem. At my level, it's more of an issue of just like just don't blunder. Like, it's unusual for me to blunder the queen like that, but as you can see, I'm still an absolute noob where I can still do that. It's usually more the case of like, so let's see here. Let me just bring my bishop out here. So again, like the start of the game, what you want to do is you want to just get your pieces into the middle. And you want to develop your minor pieces off the back. So your pieces are always stronger in the middle. Just because they've got like more squares to attack. The pieces like at the beginning of the game on the back rank, they're actually pretty weak because they don't really do very much on that back rank. Let me just push this pawn up here now. I'm actually going to grab this pawn at this point. This is the same opening as the last one, where it was the Queen's Gambit. And I'm just going to push this pawn here to defend it. Look at this. Luckily, this time my knight is not pinned by this bishop. So if he does push his pawn up here, then I can actually just move my knight out of the way, easy peasy. And I'm actually a pawn up here. So he's pushing this, but that's fine because I can just undouble my pawns, which is actually great for me. Pushing here. Grab this, I guess. It's defended by 2 pieces, so it should be fine. This looks like a reasonable spot for my bishop. So again, like, your pieces are always weak on the back row. She's grabbed a piece there, but is this check legit? So check. So if I check here, he's gonna have to move back here with his knight. I can push my knight here, but then it could be taken by this queen. So no, I can't take a piece here. I've got a pass pawn though already. Let's see though. If I take this, he's gonna have to double his pawns, right? Right. So let's take that. He'll have to double his pawns. Then I can come in with this check because his queen's gonna be out of the way. So check now. Hopefully this should work. So he pulls it back there. Now it's pinned so I can push the pawn. And now the queen can't take it because, oh, but then she's got the rook. Did not see that. What a freaking noob. I'm going to take it anyway. Because I've still got a discovered check here. So that's check there. Let's move up here. Ooh, nice. Castle with check. Yeah, I'm in big trouble here. My king is so exposed in the middle of the board. I'm just going to get checkmated any time now. Yup. I'm in such deep shit. And then checkmate here, right? Yep. Oh no, that's not checkmate because I've got my queen covering it. Doesn't look like he can quite finish it. But here, is that checkmate? Yeah. That's checkmate there. Oh no, I've still got the square. So here, I mean, it's so lost for me now. Let's just resign it. Right, let's go for another. Hopefully we can get the white pieces this time. White are actually, like, at a certain level, not really at my level, but at a certain level, white pieces are actually, like, really strong. They go first every time, and it's actually an advantage. Like, I don't know what the percentage is, but there is like a statistically significant like win ratio for the white pieces in Grandmaster games. So white going first is actually a real concrete advantage. Some people were talking about it before in Discord and saying that it was it might have been like partly psychological, but I don't think it is. I think even with like computers, it's like it's significant. So he's attacking my knight here. He's pinned it to my king, so I can't move my knight, because if I move my knight, you can see that the bishop is attacking the king and checks. This is called a pin. The problem with this is that this knight is defending this pawn, and this knight is attacking this pawn. So by putting his bishop here, he's indirectly attacking this pawn because he's attacking the defender of the pawn. And it's not super easy to defend against it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to defend the pawn with another piece. This probably isn't the best thing to do. But I don't think my bishop is particularly good here or here either. So I'm actually just going to defend this piece here with my bishop, this pawn. And I'm not too bothered if he does take. Like, I do have isolated pawns, and it's on a semi-open file, which is not good. But that means that he's going to be moving a piece more than once in an opening, which you don't really want to do, because it slows development down. I'm just going to defend that pawn there. I'm assuming that he's going to take here, and I'll just take back with this pawn. So if he takes this pawn, hey Fabian, if he takes this here, I can take back, but then he'll have moved his bishop like 2 or 3 times, twice in fact. And if you do that, if you move a piece more than once, yes, so that's exactly what he's done. He's taken the bishop. So I'm just going to take back. I'm not too worried. Like this is a real big weakness for me on this semi-open file. These 2 pawns, you can see how they don't defend each other because they're right in front of each other. Yeah, I just started streaming. Why not? They're right in front of each other. They don't defend each other. They're not side by side because pawns attack diagonally. So it is a big weakness. Like if he can get a rook on this file, maybe even 2 rooks, it's going to be a big problem. What I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to take the initiative here. Otherwise, my lead in development that I've got is not going to be really worth much. Let me just castle first. I'm going to have to castle on king side now, because my pawn structure is so broken on the queen side that I'm not going to be able to castle over here because my king's not going to be safe. So if you didn't know castling, you move your king 2 spaces closer to the rook, and then the rook kind of like hops over, and it puts your king in a safe position. So you can see we both did that. And if you watch any grandmasters play, they will do that like every single game. They will always castle. So I've definitely got weaknesses in this position. My main weakness is these pawns here on this semi-open file. It could be huge, actually. It could lose me the game. But I do have advantages to show for that. So I've got a slight lead in development. You can see how all of these pieces here are undeveloped for him. Whereas I've got a couple pieces developed, I've castled, and I've only got one more minor piece to develop. I've also got both bishops, which is really, really good. So bishops are worth 3 points in chess. Let me just attack here, I think, with a bit of initiative. So I'm threatening a pin here. So I'm attacking his knight here. And this is called a pin because then the bishop is attacking the knight. These attack diagonally. So the bishop attacks the knight. But then he's never going to want to move his knight. So if he moves his knight out of the way like this, then you can see that my bishop can go through and take his queen. So this is called a pin. Now, what I'm also threatening here is to push this pawn up. So it's pinned. He doesn't want to move it. Then I can attack it with a pawn to make the threat even more dangerous. And basically, what I'm planning to do here is I'm going to try and launch some kind of attack on the king side. She's pushed that pawn here now, threatening my bishop. I could just YOLO this and really try and go for a massive attack, and basically sacrifice the piece. It might even be worth it. I guess I could take here and remove one of the defenders. Well, let me pull back and maintain the pin. Okay, he may push his pawn up here, and I could then sacrifice the bishop and just mess up his pawn structure in front of his king. So this king's a lot more vulnerable. Because again, don't forget, I've got this permanent disadvantage here. So he's pushed the bishop here, but that's exactly what I wanted, really. Because I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this knight because it's defending his king, and at the same time, it would be amazing if I could mess up his pawn structure at the same time. So I need to get an attack going really at the moment because I don't want this permanent weakness in my pawns to be the deciding factor. So I've pushed my pawn up here. My pawn now attacks the knight. He can't move the knight because then I'm going to take his queen because it's still pinned. What I predict he'll probably do is he's going to put his pawn here. Okay, so if he puts his pawn here, as he's just done, as you can see, he's actually broken this pin now. However, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I think, let's have a think about this. So I could actually take here and just destroy his pawn structure. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Because then his king's going to be weak to an attack. I think that is probably what I'm going to do. So I take here, he's going to take with the queen. The problem is he can bring his queen into the attack. Into the defense, sorry. So if I take with the pawn here, he's going to bring the queen in to defend. I'm going to take anyway. So if he takes back with the queen, I mean, then I'm up a knight, and I'm basically just going to be able to win from that with this amount of time, I would hope. But if he takes here, then he's going to have a really damaged pawn structure where he's going to have two isolated pawns because this pawn would then be there. So he's actually taken with the queen, which means now that I'm actually a pawn ahead. Now, I think I'm just going to keep my bishop then. Sorry, I'm actually a knight ahead now. So I think I'm just going to keep my bishop. I could sacrifice it to break the pawn structure and launch some kind of attack on the king by bringing my queen in. But his own queen is here to defend that area. So I think I'm just going to bring my bishop back here. I think that's probably the best move. Because I didn't checkmate the king, but I've managed to get a knight out of that exchange, which is really, really good for me. Next couple of moves, I'm probably going to bring my rook out here. Once my rook's out here, he's going to be controlling some of this e-file. Then I can even bring my bishop up here and start to do some really nasty attacks on the king side. I need to be able to get some... I've seen some of the pros, some of the grandmasters using like arrows. And they like point with the arrows to show the direction that some of the threats are going. He's got his knight here, so he's currently threatening to take this pawn because he can take it. When I take back, then his queen could come in and actually take the pawn. Let's have a look here. Am I too bothered about losing that pawn? So we could get rid of this knight. Do I want this knight? I mean, obviously, yes. But I don't think I'm that bothered about trading it. So I could bring my queen up here to get her into the action. But I think I'm actually going to I'm not going to worry too much about this threat on the of the pawn. So the threat here that he has is take my knight. I take back with my pawn. Then his queen comes in and takes the pawn, so that he would be an upper pawn in that exchange. But with this threat here, which I'm actually now going to play, he hasn't got any more threats, has he? He hasn't got any more significant threats. So now that I'm threatening this attack here on his queen, see how my bishops are just attacking this queen side. Can you play while explaining, or are you playing someone below your league? Yeah, I'm basically just explaining at the same time. The audio is okay, isn't it, guys? Let me just double check. The audio is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I can just explain while I'm playing. No, this isn't. So you can see the league here. You get ratings. I'm 1,358, which is pretty low, if I'm being honest. At one time, I was at about 1,600, which is still pretty low. But yeah, I can just explain at the same time. So this guy's rated 1,329. So in the past, I've been better than this guy. But at the moment, I'm probably about equal to him. But the main threats here is like look at how strong this was the other advantage as well, was the bishop pair. So I've got this pair of bishops which is super strong because they can just control this area like this really well. So he's brought his bishop in here now. So the threat here is obviously he's threatening my queen. So he's threatening my queen with his bishop. I'm gonna have to think about the calculations here. So he's threatening my queen with his bishop. I'm threatening his queen with my bishop. If I take with the pawn, he's going to take with the knight and put my king in check, and then attack the rook at the same time, which is called a fork. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of calculation here. So in chess, a lot of the time you just have to calculate. You have to just think, right, if I go here, he goes there. If he goes there, I go there. And then you've got to be like, right, if he does this, well, then that's fine because I can do this. So I'm just going to have to do a little bit of calculation just to make sure that I'm not going to absolutely mess this up completely. So he's attacking my queen. That's his threat. I'm attacking his queen. Now, if I move out the way, my threat on his queen is still active. And I've also got my threat on both of his pieces is still active too. He's blocked off that diagonal, which I wanted to go along. What if I... So take... It's a hard calculation, this one. I think because his king's vulnerable as well, like, it might not be the best idea to even... Because what he's basically doing is he's offering to trade the queens. Because his king is more vulnerable, I don't know if I want to trade the queens. What threats has he got with his knight? He hasn't got a lot of threats with his knights. I feel like maybe I shouldn't worry too much about that threat. I might just move my queen out of the way. She'll be on a worse diagonal there because it's going to be harder to attack the king. Don't want to do that. I could even do this. Take here. No, because then he's going to take with check. Okay, I don't want to trade queens. That's basically what he's offering here. So let me just move my queen out of the way. That could have been a blunder there. I could have maybe picked up some pieces, but it felt like it was just an offer to trade queens. Oh look, DSS and Fabian are in slaw fights. Nice. So yeah, his queen's still under threat. He's now got two pieces under threat at the same time. He's gonna have to move his queen back now. So he's taken here. I mean, okay, I guess I'll just grab the queen then. That's surely a blunder on his part. So what's he oh no, because he's threatening check here. He's threatening that fork. So I'm gonna have to take with the king first. So if I was to just take his queen, he could then move in here with his knight, and it would check the king, whilst also attacking the queen at the same time and attacking the rook at the same time. Yeah, it's a critical moment. Yes, we were talking about your new playstyle in Slav Fight. Yeah, there's actually something called the Slav defense, and that's actually what I've been using. So I'm actually just gonna have to take the bishop here. Now he's coming with a check with his queen. So he's managed to move his queen out of the way. So I guess my king is safe. It is still safe. Has he actually got a perpetual check here? So if I was to go here, and let me not misclick, but if I was to go here, that would actually be checkmate for me. I need to get my king out of the way, but this could actually end up being a draw if he wants to draw it. Oh no, it's fine because I can move my bishop back here. So let's go here. That's the only move that's going to save me from checkmate. And then this move blocks that check. But then he can come in and attack my queen again. Oh, man. I guess I'm going to have to go here then. That seems safe. He can put his queen here. But then it's just going to be a draw. It's going to be a perpetual check. So this threat here of putting the... Oh, and he's actually done it now. So he's attacking the my queen. I don't know if that was the best move from him. He could have actually got a draw out of this one. So he's still done what we call a fork on the queen and the rook. He could check here actually. Is that actually checkmate? I feel like he's threatening checkmate here. I feel like I've just miscalculated all of this. So if he takes here, that's actually checkmate, isn't it? Oh no, it's fine because my bishop's protecting it. So it's fine. So I guess go here and pin his knights. And we should be all good. So if I go here... So he wants to take the rook, but now that I'm here, he's not going to want to move his knight because his queen's undefended behind it, and I can just grab his queen like this. So if anything, it's now actually my king that's under the most attack. I'm still up a piece. Oh, it's checkmate. Oh, I missed that one. But I don't think I could have stopped that in that scenario. Oh, so the attack on the queen. This play with the knight, that was an amazing play from him. So what should I have done there? I feel like at that moment, that's when I lost it. Maybe if I had, maybe if I'd even taken here. Maybe if I'd taken the knight. Just got the knight out of action. Let's have a look at what the game report says. Time to YOLO check him. There was no YOLO checks available to me. People actually do YOLO checks where they just keep checking forever, and it makes it a draw. Let's see what the computer said. So how did I do in the early game? In the early game was fine. I was playing all the best moves, well, or at least good moves. That was in inaccuracy. Apparently, I should have pushed the pawn here. But I was playing decent moves. Good move from him. I should have taken here at that point already, the computer says. And I would have been way ahead, look. That was a mistake as well. That was even a good move. So where was the blunder? That was a mistake too. That was the blunder in taking with the king. So this was actually the blunder. And it made it equal from a bad position. So I should have just taken the queen. Damn it. And then I probably would have won from there. So he still would have checked me here. And then I would have taken this. He still would have got the queen. So I think me trying to save the queen was the issue. So he would have saved the queen, but then look, I would have been a bishop up. And that would have been fine for me from that point. So I thought I could save the queen, but I couldn't, and I've lost it. Queen's dead. You could have checked him with the bishop. Yeah, but there's no point. No, I couldn't actually. I couldn't. Well, let me have a look. Oh yeah, I could have checked him with this bishop, but he wouldn't have done anything. So I blundered it away. So we were equal then. This was a blunder. I needed to go over here apparently, and then we would have still been equal. Right, let's go for another one, boys. Should we do a 5 minute, a 1 minute, or a 15 minute again? 5 mins, 1 min, or 15 like we just did. Let me show you, because a couple of you guys weren't here when I was doing the 1 minute. Just watch how crazy this is. So you have literally 1 minute to play all of your moves, and both players have 1 minute. So the maximum length of the game is 2 minutes long. So you basically just have to move like crazy. So if you thought I made a lot of mistakes in the last one, wait till you see this. Right, so again, the Queen's Gambit constantly being played. Just move back here. Didn't really need to do that, but as long as I'm doing moves, it's all good. So he's pushing his pawn here. Okay, I need to do that because that's under threat. Just mash this up here. So I'm actually behind on moves. So you just grab that. Throw a check in here. I feel like I'm being too slow. Got 45 seconds now. But he's either gonna have to he's gonna have to lose castling, right? So his king's a little bit exposed. I guess throw a check up here. Even maybe. No, too slow. Too slow, Joe. Too slow. Good fella. Move here. Right. Grab this. Okay. Just push this up. So he's got 40 seconds. I've got 30 seconds. Just go here. If he takes, take that. Okay, that's fine. If he takes, take that. Okay, let's double these rooks up. That's fine. Okay. Push this. He can't take because then he's going to lose his rook at the back. He spent a lot of time. I've literally just caught up on time because of these 10 seconds that he just spent doing that. Let me just grab that. Okay, he's grabbed here. Okay, that's a weak pawn, although it is a pass pawn now. Let me just push this pawn up. Grab this. Just wasted a little bit of time there. Let me just move up here with my king. So at the end of the game, you really want to get your king active. Let me just push this up here. And I'm actually going to be able to get this pawn. That is perfect. That's such bad endgame play from him there. So this one massive advantage that he had in this past pawn, he's actually now just lost it. Let me just go here. If he takes, I take. That's fine. Okay, so he's got that pawn there. What am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to defend up here. So he's grabbed this pawn. But let me go here. Oh, that was not good from me. Shit. Oh, I've lost it. Damn it. I can only hope to win on time now. He's got 2 seconds left. I've got 4 seconds. I just got to keep moving. And it's a draw by repetition. Damn it. I could have won that one. Messed up my endgame. By the way, is there a way to watch the game directly? There is actually, yeah. You've just got to get yourself a chess.com account. And join in. I would actually watch. Yeah, I might start doing it then. I might, because I want to get better at this game because I'm pretty trash at it at the moment. So let's play another 1 minute, guys. The most exciting of all chess. Keep getting the black pieces. Oh my god, I wasted a second. That's so bad. Ah. Okay, just grab that back. He's not really developing his pieces, to be honest. Right, he's going to try and do a discovered attack on me. I still wasted too much time on it. Just check him there. Just go here and threaten this pawn. Yeah, so he's just moved it up. That's fine. Wasting too much time. Just move your pieces. He's moved his bishop back. He's trying to do another discovered attack on me. And he's just done that there now. Oh, that's so fucking stupid of me. I knew that's what he was doing. And then I've just let myself lose my fucking queen to it. And I've wasted so much time. Okay, I can get his bishop here if he's not careful. I'm way down in material. And I'm way down on time as well. Like, I've only wasted 30 seconds, but I've basically just lost the game through time already. Go here, I guess. Try and do something with my bishops. That's nice. I can grab his rook. I'm actually back up in terms of material now. We're even in terms of material once he moves his... So I'm attacking his queen, and then his rook is behind it, so I can just grab his rook. Oh no, but he's checked me. The fucking bastard. Oh, shit. So low on time as well. I guess just attack it. I'm going to have to do something. I'm also attacking this rook here. So I guess grab this rook. I can even grab this bishop if he's not careful. But he's put he's put this here. If he attacks again, I'm just going to move back. Oh, he just lost his queen. Okay, take that. That's fine. Take this as well. I could maybe win this one. Okay, he's defended that, but I'm just going to take. Check. I've got to be so quick, though. Shit. Shit. Oh, ran out of time. I was winning that one, though. I was way ahead in terms of the pieces, but I ran out of time. You need to use what you've learned in a day and apply the YOLO cav strategy. I know, right? YOLO cav strategy is just nice attacking. Look how many blunders in that game. To be expected in 1 minute, I guess. Right, let's play again. Surely we're going to get the white pieces now. There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's go, boys. So I know a few openings, but at this level, not a lot of people are really playing traditional openings because I don't think people are that great at this ranking. He's double fianchettoed his bishops here. Let me just put that up here. Fianchetto is when you put them in the corners like this, so that they have the entire thing to go across. He could have actually won one of my pawns there, but he missed it. That's actually fine for me like this. I'm gonna try and push his king side a bit. Okay, so he's pushing my king side as well. Okay, I'm just gonna block him from pushing further, and then push myself. That's fine. He's threatening to take the. Okay, he's taking that. Need to be quick. Okay. Just take, I guess. Okay, he's threatening this pawn. Let me just pull it back. Just push up here. Just double these rooks. Playing a little bit too defensive, I think. But as long as I'm moving quick. Throwing a check in there for no good reason. Oh, I guess it'll give me the pawn back. And another check. Could actually come up here with this piece, maybe. Okay, he's checking me here. Okay, moves back. Come on, I need to move. Shit, that's not good for me. But I can take this. As soon as he moves, I'm just going to take here. Okay, take that first. And take here. Take here. Oh, fucking shit. I've just lost my queen. I've got like no time. 1 second. Okay, just go here. That's it. I'm over. I'm done. Time out. Damn it! But it's good though, isn't it? 1 minute chess. You can't lie. Right, let's go for some. Let's just do a little bit of 5 minutes before we all head off. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to pick up some freaking wins for once in my life. Let's just crack some music on as well, lads. Now it's a party. So this one is 5 minutes. It's not as big a deal as it's not as crazy as Blitz, but it's still pretty. It's not as crazy as Bullet. Sorry, this is called Blitz. So it's still pretty crazy. 5 minutes each. 10 minutes is the max, but not as crazy as Bullet. Okay, he's attacking my knight here. Not the usual move. If he takes, I'm just going to take with the queen. So you can pre-move like that in case you feel like he's going to do something. Oh, fucking shit. He's just going to grab my pawn here. I'm just playing trash. Okay, so he's taken. Just take back, I guess. It's not too bad though, because if he does take, I've got this surprise, discovered attack on his queen. So this pawn's actually safe now. He's gone for it anyway. So the surprise, the discovered attack on his queen. So you see how I've moved my knight out of the way, then the bishop attacks the queen. He's gonna have to move his queen out of the way now, and I can actually come in here and do a check and get the rook for myself. So he's gonna have to move back. So now I get this check in here, and I can pick up his rook, which is nice. So grab that. Ooh, there's actually a possibility of checking here. The only issue is that he's protected. So he's checked my king, but I can just put this piece in between it, so it's not a problem. Okay, he's moved his queen back here now. There's still this like nasty diagonal between his king and his queen. I can't really exploit it at the moment though. Let me not run out of time. It's really nice to watch. It is, isn't it? I like chess. Okay, so now he's attacking my my knight. I guess I'll just grab a pawn for it. It's not a big deal because I'm already up from winning the... Actually, this is a move, right? So another discovered attack. I can check his king. So his king's actually going to have to move up here to protect his queen, because my queen's now attacking his queen. How long ago did I have that move? I missed it a couple seconds ago. He's actually moved his king up here, not realizing that I'm now attacking his queen. So I've got his queen. I should win this one, guys. Like, come on. I've got 4 minutes left on the clock. I should be able to win this one for once in my life. I'm threatening this knight here as well. And he's resigned. Nice. So let me just go back over that. Let's have a look at the game report first. See how accurate my moves were. This is what's really good about chess.com. Still proud of my, one and only win. Yeah, I'm still embarrassed about that too. It's only 49.3% accuracy, but he had 15% accuracy. So in this analysis as well, when it's got a little book next to it, that means that it's like a book move. So it's like I said, people learn the openings and they just play it. So like people can literally read these openings in a book and then just play them. So this is called the Sicilian defense. When you move your pawn here, why do I move my pawn here? Well, it's because then my bishop can come out and start to be active in the game, and my queen can come out as well. And also I've got pawns in the center, which are controlling the center. He then puts his pawn up here, which is the Sicilian defense, which stops me from putting my pawn here, because then he can just take it. So these are all book moves. These are just moves that we know are good moves to play. Apparently that was the best move there, but I missed it. That was the best move apparently. That was a blunder from him. So he's taken that there, and this is why that was a bad... Oh no, that was a mistake from me. What was apparently better than that? Oh, apparently the rook here was even better. Oh, and then grab the rook here, of course. But yeah, let me just show you how I actually won. So that fork there, this is called a fork. When you attack two pieces at the same time with the same piece, it's called a fork. So I'm attacking his king, and at the same time I'm also attacking his rook. So that's a fork. A fork, not whatever else you're thinking. A fork, a fork. Okay, get your minds out of the gutter, for God's sake. So then I grabbed that. Apparently that wasn't even the best move. And then this is where he really lost. In that, so see here how my queen is attacking his queen, but my bishop's in the way of his queen. But if I can move my bishop out of the way, then all of a sudden, well, now my queen is attacking. So if the bishop was there, then the queen is attacking. And what I did was, I moved my bishop out of the way, and I moved him out of the way with check. So now that he's in check, he has to move out of check. So he can move here out of check, but then I can just take his queen. Or like he did in the game, he can move here and take my bishop, but then because my bishop's now out of the way, then I can take his queen. And then that's when he resigned. So, alternatively... he could have even, if I went here check, he could have even gone here to protect his queen, so that I would come here, take his queen, he took it back, but then I would still get his rook. So that tactic of of doing like a discovered attack. Where, oops. Where I move the bishop here, and then he takes. That's just called a tactic. And in chess, when you have a tactic, it's like it's something that wins you. We call it material. So if you win pieces or if you win pawns, it's called material. It's just it's a technique to get yourself some material, or at least get a stronger position. And like if it's a tactic, it usually means that the opponent can do nothing against it. They will still win. You'll still win material. Right, let's go for another game. Let's see if we can get a little bit more accuracy. Okay, we'll do another 5-minute one. White pieces again. Nice. This is my opening, by the way. So I always go e4 first with my pawn. I'm just most comfortable in that because I've played it more often. So see here, he's attacking my pawn with his knight. So I'm going to bring my knight in here to defend. I'm going to potentially castle on the queen side here. So I'm going to put my bishop up. He's going to fianchetto his bishop, which means to put it on this place here. I'm going to bring my queen up so I can castle my king on this side. Now, see, he's castled on this side. You'll see that in games where players are pretty decent, they will always castle like this, where they put their king safely away. Queens are heavily snowballing. They are heavily snowballing when you can get like 3 of them, when you promote them all. But other than that, then no, they don't snowball. So this pawn, he's threatening with his knight, but it's actually pretty well secure. I'm just going to move my bishop up here, I think. Let's have a look. In fact, let me just get rid of this strong bishop. So this bishop, because it's fianchettoed, is in such a strong position where it's attacking all the way down here. And it's attacking my king side, look, because my king's over on this side of the board. So I actually want to get rid of it because it's stronger than my bishop. So I'm happy to exchange my bishops. He's then going to take with this king. There's also less stuff defending his king now. Let me move my bishop here, actually, so that I can put some pressure on this pawn. He's probably going to come down here with his bishop, so I'm going to have to move here. Oh, no, he's come down here with the pawn. Let's see. Am I going to take here? I think I might just take there. Maybe. If I take, then I'm going to have to exchange queens, though. Let's actually just go here and just develop. So again, the pieces when they're on the back row, they are not very effective. So I actually want them to be closer to the middle, closer to the center. So that's called developing, when you just put your pieces towards the center. So see here now how my knights and my bishops are all kind of like in the middle of the board. That's quite nice for me. So he's trading now. This knight's actually pinned behind the king at the moment, but he's pushed his pawn here. The only issue with that is because he's pushed his pawn from here, it means that this pawn is no longer protected. So see how this pawn is protecting this other one? Well, now he's pushed, it's no longer protecting it. And he's only defending this pawn with this queen. So I can actually just move up here and just grab a pawn for free. So I'm actually up now. And he's actually going to trade the queens. So I'm just going to take that back with a rook. The only problem is I'm a little bit lower on time than him. So I've only got 3 minutes. He's got 4 minutes left. But I'm like concretely winning here. A couple years ago, this would have been easy enough for me to win. These days, it's probably not going to be enough for me to win. I don't want to move my bishop back here because then he's going to trap it with his pawns. So I'm going to have to move my bishop elsewhere. I think I'm just going to move it here. Seems legit. Because if I was to move my bishop back here, he would have put his pawn here, and my bishop would have had nowhere to go. So he's launching another attack on this pawn, but I'm actually just going to defend it with this pawn. So this pawn's really secure now. He's not going to want to take it with anything. So he's pushing my knight a little bit. Let me actually just go here. I might just try and trade down a little bit. When you're ahead in material, you want to trade your pieces, because it makes your advantage even stronger. Although I kind of like this open file here. So I might just... That's not a great place for it. But how's he going to defend it? With his... I'm actually just going to come here, I think. With my knights. It's not developing it towards the center, but it's carrying a threat to this pawn. This pawn's also under threat from 2 different pieces. He's actually just moved out of the way of it. What's he threatening here? He's threatening to go here or here, which is not a really big deal. I'm just going to take this pawn for free. Seems legit. Why not? 3 pawns.
I'm 2 pawns ahead now. If I can maintain this advantage, I should easily be able to win, as long as I don't run out of time. I have only got 2 minutes left now, though. So I can actually take here with this. In fact, let me go here first. So let me trade first. Then I'm going to grab this pawn too. So he's probably going to attack my bishop to try and get rid of it. And try and attack this pawn, which is behind it. But I'm just going to go here, because then the bishop can defend this pawn too. Upkeep. No need for upkeep in chess. So now he's attacking this pawn here, which is not great for me. But what else is he threatening? Not a lot, really. Not a lot, really. So let me just defend it, I guess. I need to start moving quicker as well, otherwise I'm going to run out of time. And then I can just push him away with this. And he hasn't really got any good squares to go to if I do that. Let me just keep my bishop alive. Don't want to lose pieces for no good reason. Oh, and he's got the fork in on me. Shit, how did I not see that? Oh, it's because he just moved my bishop out of the way. Fuck. Okay, I'm going to have to go here. But I should be able to get the knight back. Oh, he's not gone for it. He's not gone for it for some reason, which is kind of bizarre. Just like fuck off then, I guess. That was bizarre. He's going to probably go here now. Yeah, he goes there. But now his knight's in a really bad situation. Like, look how close to the edge of the board it is. I need to start moving quicker, though. So he's gone here now, threatening this pawn. But I'm just going to push again. Oh, I guess he's attacking here with check that I missed. This is the problem when you're low. Oh my god, I'm fucking up so bad. Oh, now he's head on the material. Right, let's try and make a pass pawn. That's the only way I'm going to be able to win now with a pass pawn. It's the problem when you've got like no time. Although I should have won this anyway. Okay, he's attacking here. I'm just going to pin it, which is pretty nice. There's no check. Oh, he has got a check. Shit. So it wasn't a genuine pin because he had check. I guess he's just going to trade here. But if he trades down, like connected pass pawns are really, really strong. Okay, he's going to grab this pawn here. I just need to be moving, really, at this point. I'm so low on time. Okay, let's push my pass pawns. Okay, he's moving in here. Okay. I need to get them on light squares as well, because I've only got the light squared bishop. That was so bad for me. He could have easily won that pawn there. I need to go. Right, let's go here first. Don't want his rook to go onto this square. Then let's go here. No, I've so lost this one though. He's got so much more time than me as well. Let's push here. He's just gonna take. But I can't really trade though. That's the problem. Yeah, 2 solid minutes left. Like, I'm gonna lose this easy peasy. He's just gonna trade here, and it's just all over. Yeah, I can't defend that. I'm just gonna have to resign. Damn it! I was winning that as well. But the tricky knight, it got me. All right, let's go again. Should be black this time, I think. Oh no, white again. Okay. So of course, e4. What else? He goes e4 as well, so it looks like we're probably going to head for the Roy Lopez or the Spanish. Oh no, he's gone unusual start there for him. You don't really want to... Okay. He's attacking this piece here. I guess, like, I might just try and hold on to the pawn, you know? Do I need to, though? I don't think I need to. I'm actually just going to defend here. Then I'm threatening this piece as well. Okay. Strange play so far from this guy. Go here, I guess, and threaten the bishop. Could be legit. Here, I guess. So he's going to take with his queen, surely, here. I guess here is actually a decent move. He can take the pawn like this. It's called en passant, where if the pawn moves 2 spaces on the first go, you can actually take here. But I'm not too worried about that because if he does... Oh, he's just taking it. What a noob I am. I guess... I'm just going to have to still defend my knight here. That was just a blunder from me. I guess develop the... But then he can just come in there with that. It's not great. Right, let's just get my knight out of the way, I guess. Could always check. Actually, let's just throw a check in here. That seems more legit. Yeah. That check there seems pretty strong. So then I can come in here. I'm also defending the knight by checking up here. That seems legit. So he's probably going to come in here with his knight. If he does, I'm just going to take that. So he's gone here. Now I can actually win the rook out of this exchange. So he's probably going to take my knight, but then I can take the rook. Rooks are actually worth 5 points in chess, whereas knights are only worth 3 points. Fella is desperate for a win. Yeah, post-game analysis is for when you win and you want to feel happy about yourself. Post-game analysis is not to look at how shit you are. That just causes depression. Right, so I've got his rook at least. So I'm actually up in material now. And again, if I was at my finest, which I am definitely not, this would be like easily winnable from this position now. I mean, like, it's not guaranteed, but with all else being equal, like, you should be able to win from being up the exchange. It's called the exchange. When you're up a rook for a minor piece, it's called the exchange. So let's just go here. What I want to do now is I want to trade pieces. Because I'm ahead, and trading is just going to make me even more ahead. I also want to develop my pieces and get them out. I was going to go there, but if I did that, then he could get my rook with the same trick that I just used over here. Okay, so he's castled. So as soon as he moves this knight, my queen's then going to be under attack. I'm actually just going to bring my bishop up here. Should be fine. As soon as he moves this knight here, I'm going to have to move my queen out of the way, otherwise I'm going to lose it. Yeah, so he's moved the knight now, so I'm going to have to move my queen. Because he just discovered that attack from the rook. And he's probably going to bring his rook over here. Luckily, my queen's not trapped because I can actually attack his knight here. But it's actually close to being trapped as well. But attacking his bishop... That's actually a free bishop there, isn't it? Pretty sure that's a free bishop. With an extra attack on the knights. I think that's legit, you know? Just grab that, I guess. Oh no, he's defending it with his queen, of course he is. I could try and get the queen out of the way, though. So he's threatening to attack here. How can I get the queen out of the way? I've also got to be conscious of time. Because I've been losing on time too much. I guess I could push here to attack the queen, but then my bishop's going to be vulnerable. Actually, no, oh no, because again, his queen's going to be defending there. Let's see. He's attacking here. Let's maybe... I've got to be careful about time. Okay, let's just trade. Let's just keep it simple. I'm ahead. Let's just trade. If he moves his knight, he's going to have to move his queen too, and I can actually just grab this now. With another attack on the queen. So that's pretty nice. But, oh my god, the amount of time I wasted on that. Feels like a trap. I know, right? But I'm putting pressure on this. In fact, that was actually not too bad. I mean, he's going to have to probably move back here. Because he needs to defend this knight. Because my queen's attacking the knight at the same time. But if he does move here, he's actually wanted to get my queen. But I'm just going to grab his knight, I guess. Can't see why that's not a good idea. So now he's attacking me with his knight. Now I'm willing to trade. So I'm going to offer him the trade there. He's probably going to decline and grab this pawn. She's going to grab that pawn, but then I can just... I guess I can grab this one and threaten his knight again. He's actually moving back. I need to start moving quick now. Right. Let's just develop my rook. No real threats from the knight, I don't think. So let's just develop my rook a bit. I'm going to try and make... Yeah, I figured he might go there, but there's still no really real threats there. Let me just... Okay, let me put up... No, that's not a good space for it. Let me just go here so I can defend this square a little bit as well. Because I don't want him hopping in here. Okay, now he's attacking my queen. Let's just retreat a little bit. I'm not too worried about good moves at the moment. I just need to make decent moves that don't lose me the game. I've only got 1 minute left. So this is like a blitz game now. It's like a bullet game now. Right. Let's just grab this over here. You always want to double up your rooks on the same file, because rooks are so much more powerful when you've got two of them together, because they can attack and they defend each other. So on the next move, if he lets me, I'm just going to go in here. Okay, so he's attacking my knight. Again, don't want to worry too much about amazing moves. I just want to not die at the moment. That would be great. I mean, like, that is Corona life, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go up here. Start to try and create some big threats, if I can. I'm actually going to move my knight up here as well. So I'm actually threatening checkmate on the next move. If he doesn't see it, he probably will. Probably just going to move his piece here. But then I can start to swing my queen around and start to create some bigger threats. So he does move here now. But actually that's... Oh no, because he's got his... Of course he's got his knight there. What an idiot. What an idiot I am. It's not him. Okay. 40 seconds I've only got. But that's weakened his king side a little bit. Okay, so he's going here. How far up am I in material? Pretty far. I'm actually just going to really simplify the position. This is not what you should do, guys, but because I'm so low on time, I just need this. I need the position to be simple so I can work out exactly what I need to do. At the moment, I've got a pass pawn, and that's the most important thing. Let me try and trade queens with him. He's probably going to decline it. Oh no, he accepts it. That is really, really good for me. I should be able to win this now. I've only got 30 seconds. Nearly got myself into a checkmate there, but luckily my knight can come and defend it. I'd be lying if I said that I noticed that. Running out of time. 23 seconds left I've got. But I should be able to do this. I hope. I need to get that I can't move my knight. Shit. 19 seconds. Okay. I need to get my knight out of here. Just so I can develop it again. I couldn't move it because it was pinned to my king from the rook. Okay, so here would be nice. Then here. So I want to get behind my my passed pawn. 10 seconds I've got. I'm just going to keep pushing this pawn up now. Right, you can have that. Go here, I guess. If he checks me. Okay, check here. Just grab that. 6 seconds I've got. I don't know if I'm going to run out of time again, aren't I? Okay, that's fine. Check here, I guess. I just want to get rid of this pawn, to be honest with you. Don't want to lose my knight. I've got 2.5 seconds left. I'm going to lose on time again. Right, let me just push this pawn. One second. I can't do this. I can't even do it in terms of how quickly the server responds to what I'm doing. Okay, there's a passport, and that's it. I'm out on time. Fuck, because I was gonna win that as well. For God's sake, I was definitely winning that, but then I'm out on time again. Right, I think I need to just stop talking less so I can actually stay focused and actually win this shit. Right, black pieces. Let's go. Bit of a strange opening. He's gonna fianchetto his bishop. Let's just. I'm just gonna be super conscious of time now, like as much as I can. Let's just play not bad moves. That's quite good because I've blocked his bishop off. This is called a bad bishop now when it's like that. See how the pawns are the same color as the bishop. That means that his bishop is not great. I'm gonna take it anyway. Go up here. That pawn is gonna be in quite a nice position. Just go here. The plan is don't play bad now. Don't play bad and don't lose on time again. Right, protect that pawn because it's being attacked by the knight and the queen. He just moves his queen back. Here, I guess. Going to try and launch some kind of attack on the king. More so defending this square that he could bring his queen to. I could try and launch some kind of attack over here because his king's side is not that great. Like his pawns are not as secure as mine anyway. And I've got some bishop action, although it's not great. I might just swing the knight over here to try and attack the king's side. So he's moved his knight out of the way. That's launched a discovered here. Look, a discovered attack on my queen. I'm just going to bring the queen in here, try and attack this square, which looks quite weak. Now is another discovered attack. But again, I'm just going to move back. Going to bring my other knight into the action. Could have actually just traded there, to be honest with you. But probably not best. Right, let me bring my other knight in. I know, I keep moving. I keep losing seconds because I keep explaining. I just need to shut the hell up for once in my life. Right, let's go here. He's gonna take my bishop probably, but it's not that. I'm not that bothered, to be honest. Like, it wasn't doing that much in the attack anyway. Okay, so he's taking here. I don't want to double my pawns, so I guess I'm gonna just take. Although I could, yeah, I'm just gonna take. It's very, very like kind of drawish position at the moment. Okay, so he's threatening this pawn here. I guess I can move here, and that'll be fine. And then make my pawn structure a little better over here. So I think I prefer my pawn structure to his. He's probably gonna push this pawn and try and break this pawn structure up, but I can always push this one up here to reinforce this guy. So he's getting ready to push this pawn here, look, now. Can I launch any attacks? Like, his queen's in the wrong part of the pitch at the moment. Let me just try and launch some kind of attack. Okay, so he's going to push his pawn up here, but then that's going to weaken this one further. Yeah. Okay, let's just move. I could have, if I'd put my queen here, I could have done a fork there, but I just missed it. Let's see. I'm actually going to lose a pawn out of this. Although I've got a nasty attack there though. If I take here, even if I still take here, I could come in with a check. I might just do that. Take here, then I've got a check with on the bishop. That might even be a pawn up, and it's a pass pawn too. I think I'm going to do that. So just check there. So he has to take with the bishop. Then I've got a fork here on the king and the bishop at the same time. I think I'm actually up a pawn after that little exchange. Oh shit! Of course he can go there, but it is pinned now. So now he's going to bring his rook over here into the attack. I can just move back here though. and gobble up a pawn. And I can even, this is a pass pawn now, so there's no pawns in between it and queening. So I can actually just push it up and queen if that's what he's going to let me do. I don't think that was a great move, you know, from him. So I guess I can just take here. Oh no, because that's checkmate there. So if he takes that, checkmate. I could even push it though. I could even just push it here. Now it's a pass pawn. And it's well defended. That might be the best option. I'm still not great here. Still not in a great position. I'm down material. So he's moved his rook out of the way. I don't know how I'm going to be able to... This pawn might actually be a weakness more than anything else. So I guess here I can try and deliver some kind of nasty check. So he saw that coming. I guess here. gain control of this file. I could even grab the... Yeah, I could grab the bishop here. He's actually in a really bad situation now. I could actually just grab the bishop, because he can't go anywhere with it. And if he brings his rook to defend, well, I'm just going to take with the pawn. And his king's, like, super in danger. I think this was the problem of him moving his queen away from his king. I feel like we might get the GG here, guys. So he's moved there. Okay. But then that means that it's weaker for... I don't want to move that because that will be checkmate. Checkmate's never good. How can I make this work now? I guess, like... He's still not in a good position, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. How am I going to make this passport work for me? Oh, time. Fucking time. Here, I guess? No, that's not good. Okay, let's just double up. Let's just double up my rooks. It's never a bad idea. 46 seconds. It's just that I'm losing as well. Like, I'm down on material. But this pass pawn is really powerful. I'm just going to double up here so I can keep hold of it. He's in like a... I would hate to be in his position, but I don't know how to break it. And he's got a pass pawn of his own, don't forget. Ooh, that's going to be nasty if he goes in there. I'm going to have to block it. I'm going to have to block it, otherwise his pass pawn is going to be as powerful as mine. Okay. Okay. Here, I guess. No, because it needs to be defended. Time. No, I can't do that. I'm going to lose on time again. I'm just going to have to go here, but then that's awful. There's no moves that I can do. Just go back. No, that's it. I've lost. Oh, man. If we don't get a post-match analysis, I'm going to be mad. Let's have a look. He didn't start great, but I didn't really end great either. Let's have a look. So it analyzes it in a reasonable amount of he has 78% accuracy, which is quite nice. Oh no, is that? Yeah, that's him. And I only had 60%. Good moves to start with, and that was an inaccuracy apparently. That was a mistake. I quite like to do that little move, but it was a mistake in that case. Yeah, I think because it wasn't a great bishop anyway, because all my pawns were on the same colours. So it took it. Where did the blunder come? So not bad moves. That's a mistake apparently. I was actually ahead. I was nearly 2 pawns ahead, equivalent of 2 pawns, until I went here and made that mistake. Because then he's got that discovered attack. That's a mistake, or an inaccuracy is like yeah, it's not great, but it's not a proper mistake. Then a blunder is just like, you just fucked up, mate. So if it's silver like this, it means it's a good move. If it's green, it means it's the best move. So far, nothing like terrible was happening. There's another mistake. And then he was actually winning after that mistake. So what does it say was better? A6. So he wanted me to push the queen away a bit more. And then it would have looked something like that. It's hard with the post-match analysis at this level, because a lot of the time you don't even realize why it is that the mistake was a mistake. Apparently that was a mistake. And he was just winning from there. So I didn't do anything massively wrong after that, but that was a blunder. But at that point it was basically lost anyway. Right, let's do maybe one more. We'll do a 15-minute one this time, just so there's more time for me to be able to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And my rating's a bit higher in 15-minute. So I'm playing the black pieces. This guy's quite a bit higher rated than me. I'm going to go for the Sicilian defense, which is this move, c5, when you're playing black against d4, which prevents him going here, because then I would just take it right back. I've hardly ever seen this version of it. The McDonald attack, apparently it's called. Hardly ever see this, so I'm already like, I already don't know what to do. Other than like the basics of, basically you want to get all your pieces out as quick as you can. I'm just going to push this pawn next to free up my bishops a little bit and make sure that he can't bring his pawn in. He's going here so he can push up here, and then I'm just going to take anyway. But it looks like he's going to have a really strong center. So you want your pawns to be in the center. To be honest, if you lose as black, just blame it on the imbalance. Exactly. He's doing a lot of pawn movements. I mean, I know I am as well, but like it's not unusual for me to do this many pawn movements in the Sicilian. Whereas for him, like I've never seen someone like this and this early on. Seems a little bit inaccurate, but I guess he's the one who's higher rated. But like there's so many different parts of chess. Like there's the opening, there's the middle game where you have lots of tactics and strategy, and then there's the end game where it's like you just have to play like really, really accurately and precisely for the whole game. And if you make one little mistake in the end game, then you can just either throw the win away or win completely. But like this guy's higher rated than me, but at the moment, I don't know this opening very well, but at the moment, all these pawn movements and having all these pieces still on the back row, it doesn't seem that strong to me, this opening. But then he could just be way better at me at other parts of the game. Like he might be really good at tactics. But I'm not too unhappy with my position at the moment. I'm going to fianchetto my bishop by putting it up here in this corner so that it can attack along this big diagonal. So like you can look at the chessboard in a number of ways as well. Like you can look at the chessboard as like the diagonals, and you can just look at all the different diagonals and notice like a bishop here on like attacking this little diagonal is not as good as if it's like right in the middle and attacking the big massive one. You can look at like what squares are weak. So for him here, this square that's b3 is really weak for him because he's got no pawns protecting it. So if I could like maybe put a knight in there, that would be a nice place for my knight to go. But he's got his bishop defending it, so it's not that weak yet. But again, like look how many pawn movements he's making, and his queen side's still undeveloped. This will be the last one, I think, boys. So I think technically I'm better, but I mean like better in this position is what I mean. But he could just be really good at tactics and strategy compared to me, and he could win through that. But like in terms of an opening, I'm not. And he's moving the same piece more than once, which is never a good idea. I might take a crack at his pawn center with this move, which is going to open up this diagonal here, look, which is pointing towards his king, where I could maybe bring like my queen in to try and attack or something like that. I would actually lose a pawn in this little exchange where he takes, I take, he takes with the bishop. But then this pawn will be hanging because this pawn will have gone over here, look. So then I could go in here and take this. So it looks like I might be losing because he's got 1, 2 attackers and I've only got 1 defender. So if you've got less defenders than attackers, then you'll end up winning. So look, you'll probably see it happen now. So he takes, I'm going to take back. He's probably going to take with the bishop here. But then I'm just going to take with the knight. And also his king is a lot more vulnerable now. So when you're ahead in development and your opponent's behind, you want to kind of like clear the board out of like pawns. Because when there's less pawns, there's more like diagonals and stuff to attack. So he's actually coming in here and defending this pawn now. Defending his center. Again, this square is even worse of a situation for him at the moment though. So I guess I could actually come in and develop my queen. And so I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to develop my queen. And it's called something when you do this where I develop it, okay? So I've developed my piece. He's going to want to develop his piece by getting his pieces out, but they're kind of stuck at the moment. They're not in very good positions. So his pieces are kind of stuck in the wrong positions. But I'm going to develop my queen. And because I put him in check, it means that he loses a move. So I basically like develop it for free, if that kind of makes sense. I could push my pawn here to secure this pawn, which would make this square really weak for him and this square really weak for him. It would mean I wouldn't be able to have as many attacks on the king, which would be less good. It would also mean that I block this bishop off from that side of the board. So I might actually just get my knight out of the way and discover this attack here. But if I do that, yeah, because if he pushes there, I can just take and take back. So he would then get tied down to defending this piece. So that could be legit. So you also have to think, obviously, like of your opponent's threats as well. This is why I'm better at 5 minutes. Why I'm better at 15 minutes than 1 minute and 5 minutes. Just because you have so much more time to think about it. But what is he threatening? And you have to think about like what's the best option, because there's lots of options, lots of strategy you could go for. But what's the best? And basically you just have to read the board, because there's a right answer. And the board is telling you what the answer is, but you just have to be able to read it to know what it is. So I don't think I do want to push here, actually, because then he can push here, and he'll have a good, strong pawn structure too. So I'm actually just going to move here. Probably not the best move. It doesn't look like the best move when you're moving your knight away from the center. But I'm trying to plop it in this square if I can. And also, by moving this knight out of the way, I've opened up this attack of the bishop on this pawn, as well as this knight. So I've got 1, 2 attackers. He's only got 1 defender on it. So I'm actually threatening to take the pawn here. If he pushes forward with it, I'm just going to take. He'll take back. I won't be able to take that pawn back, but then it will be isolated and it will be quite weak. I could even move down here with my knight and then attack that pawn, which is going to be then on that square, if that makes sense. But the thing that you need to worry about at the moment is this is the threat. So 1 attacker, 2 attackers, 1 defender. And the other problem he's got here is like, look at this bishop. This bishop is so weak for him because he can't move it. He's going to have to move pawns out of the way to make it move. And if he moves this pawn, well, I can take with it. So by putting this knight here, I'm also strengthening this square. So it's going to be harder for him to push this pawn. So he does it. He pushes the pawn anyway. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something called en passant. So how many has he got? 1, 2, 3. So he's still going to be able to take this pawn. But I can grab this pawn over here, which should be nice. So yeah, you might not have seen this move before, but you can actually take the pawn behind like that. It's called en passant. So you can take it as if it had only moved 1. It moved 2 because it was the first go, but then you can take behind it and and attack it as if it had moved 2 places. As if it had only moved 1 place. But the thing, what that has done to his pawn structure now is that this guy's isolated. Look, he's got no pawns on either side, so there's nothing to defend it. So if I was to swing a rook round here, I could start to attack that. This pawn's also under threat. Obviously, his bishop's under threat. My knight's not in a great spot now, but I can just trade it off. I feel confident in this position. Hopefully, I should be able to win from this one. Although he has pinned me now, which is not nice. Again, like missing... I'm just missing basic things. So he's just pinned me here, so I can't really move my knight out of the way. And it's going to be difficult for me to defend it against this rook and this knight and this queen at the same time. Just missing the basics. Okay, so let's, I guess, take here. Because I'm going to need some compensation for my queen. Yeah, okay, let's take this. And I can maybe get a rook out of it as well. But not good. I'm going to take this. He's probably going to take my bishop here. Again, just losing the game to basic stuff. I'm just off it today. And this is the thing. That was just a tactic that I missed. Again, I think I was winning there as well. Until I fucked it all up again. So he's probably just going to take the bishop. Because then he's a threat, and then this bishop too. I guess I can take the knight, but not a great spot to be in for me. Yeah, he's just taking it. Let me just move this out of the way, because I'm not super down in material, despite all this. Then I guess defend my bishop here. So I've actually got some checkmate threats. If I move this pawn up, there's actually a checkmate threat there that he might not realise, but he can defend against it quite easily. So I've lost my queen, but I've got quite a lot of compensation for it. I've got both rooks. Sorry, I've got one rook and I got a piece for it. Okay, so he's gone here now. But I can just take this piece. And it's defended. I think that's legit. Okay, so let's do that. Then I'm going to go here. It's actually more even than you might think, even though I've lost my queen like a noob. And I was definitely winning a lot more before I did that. Okay, so he's attacking my knight now. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm just going to have to trade here. Keep the material even. So if he takes here with the queen, I'm just gonna have to go here. Yeah. So just go here. Should be fine. So I'm attacking the queen at the same time. Okay, move back. Okay, so he's going with his pushing with his pawn now. I guess. I guess this is the only move really to keep it alive. Still got the chance of creating a pass pawn here once I move this out the way. So my head in terms of pawns, just by 3, 5, just by 1 pawn ahead. And I've got an extra rook and an extra piece as well. So that's equal to the power, equal to the value of a queen actually. So even though I've lost the queen, we're actually quite even here. So my next move, I'm going to move this pawn up here, just to improve the structure of this pawn, this pawn structure, and make my bishop a little bit more active. He's coming in here. What's he threatening? Don't think he's threatening all that much. I think I'm still going to go here. Could actually come here and try and push this pawn. He's taking that. Oh, of course. Again, just missing the tactics. Yeah. So I can't take this because then he's going to take back with the queen. Right, let's just go here. Yeah, this is looking like GG, boys. I don't want to trade, but I kind of like have to. I'll avoid the trade. Just 2 tactics that I missed out on and lost me the game again. Well, my position is so bad here. Like, look at this rook. Like, he's doing nothing in the game. It can't go here. It can't go there. It's going to get lost. He's still trying to trade it. I can't really afford to trade it. No, I'm just going to have to resign here, I think. Let's have a look. If he repeats the position too many times, then it's classed as a draw, so... Maybe I should do like a... if he goes there, check... I can actually take this, I think. Yeah, I can. I think. I should be able to take that. I'm just going to take that. This one rook alone is going to be able to defend this back rank. So check there. Oh, of course. He's got that. Just missing the basics every time, and there's the checkmate. Nice. Yeah, trick him into a draw by repetition with the pro gamer move. Right, guys, we might have to do like a road to... let's have a look at what my highest ever score was on chess.com. Let's have a look. Stats. Highest ever, 1,667. Maybe we should do a road to 1,667. What do you think? So here's my stats. Here's my win ratio, 54.5. and 42.3% loss. I've got a really, really small draw ratio, like way smaller than most people. Basically because I tend to rage quit. Let's have a look at just some random GM over here. I'm sorry, whoever you are. I know you're not some random GM. I'm sure you're very famous, but I don't know who you are. Let's have a look at look at theirs. So yeah, like they've got a high draw stat there. I tend to just not draw. I tend to just prefer to give up. 3.2%, whereas his is 7.8%. So I think I need to, when I'm losing, I need to keep playing and draw and try and draw more often. But maybe we should do a road to 1,667, back to the top. I rode to the highest, my highest ever rating. To be honest, I think I got a little bit lucky when I was here. This is in 2015. Look, 5 years ago now. That is crazy. Road to Grandmaster, maybe. Best ever win 1692. I've never beaten anyone above 1692. Like, you can't believe how good some people are at chess. You can't believe it. The world champion Magnus Carlsen, his rating is like 3,000 and something, and he can beat like people who are rated like easily like 2,000, like 2,200. He played that kind of caliber of player who would absolutely just destroy me. He played that kind of caliber of player, but he can play like about 10 of them at the same time, and also blindfolded, and win every game. Like, he actually can. There's videos of it. Google it. Go on YouTube. He can play like people who would absolutely crush me, blindfolded, and like 10 at the same time. It is crazy. You can just get so crazily good at this game. And so that means that he's playing inside his head like 12 games of high level chess at the same time and just wins them all. And he trolls people as well. He does like a Smurf account, and then he goes on like chess.com and enters a tournament, and he just does like the most stupid opening in the world. Like his opening might be like this, for example. Oops. He might just do his opening like something like this. So if somebody's playing normal, he might just go like this. And like he'll still win. Like against these really good players. It's crazy. But yeah. Let's do the road to 1,700. Let's do it. It might take a while. We might never reach there, but it's the journey that counts. Right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you're watching this later on YouTube, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt. It's not a Dane, but hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all around again. Thanks for stopping by, especially Fabian and DSS. Thank you for stopping around for so long, and I'll see you all around. Goodbye. Hopefully see you again for another chess game. Oh, and feel free to challenge me as well. If you want a game, anytime, just add me on chess.com and we can play. Okay, bye guys.